Seems the early clash, seems the active camo already out and about. It's Way Station with that early slaying advantage.
Yeah, and following Easy Mini here now seems to have ducked many of the fights as they stood for a moment, but is getting meaningful damage down onto C-Plat and now on batteries, really allowing his team to capitalize on it and begin a gold pipe setup.
Seems Chocolate here with the camo. Gonna buy time for their team to pick up some space here. They moved into pipes. Chocolate's got to get one to buy some time for the ball carrier to get into A. Elsewhere, Notorious Dre gonna get taken down. Seems a whole lot of space being taken by Way Station here. They haven't quite moved into pipes yet. Seem they've sniffed out the Status Who spawners lying in wait. You see Syzygy down there. So much patience from yesterday here. Gonna be the benefactor. I believe that... Oh, no, he dodged the stick there. The rest of Status Who is still coming down.
And weaving.
Yeah, I thought for sure that hit him there, Delta, but Status Who continuing to feel the hurt.
He must have forgotten about Notorious.
as Status Who go 3 down again. And this is far from the most conventional spot, although they move it back towards attic. But Way Station content to hold it up here in the attic, even as their first ball carrier does fall. Seems a late rotation. So they lose their first player. A second one going to go down. Psychosis content to bait this ball, though just as I say that, going to dive right onto it. Does he know he's diving right onto some Way Station attackers? Seems his teammates have bought in some time and space, and Status Who going to look to get back into this game. A fine spot to play this ball on this map, or to have the ball on this map, because you get that easy chance to play it.
Absolutely. And, you know, A was there was a bit of, on top, or top gold. There was a bit of an unconventional hold, as you said. But a lot of the time as well, especially in these early weeks, it's all about exploiting the weaknesses of your opponents. And when they tried to get that too long haul, it kind of played into the hands of Status Who. Whereas a decent setup, even if it is in gold pipes, if you're not used to breaking that down and you're not used to your teammates quite yet, then it can be very difficult to break.
Yeah, seems Way Station have caught onto this. They're going to try for another hold. Status Who going to be able to break it. They're not going to get quite as much in the tank as they did during their first trip towards those red pipes, but they've got a long mountain to climb, crossing that 30-point mark. Way Station coming off the respawn. We've got just about double at 60 points here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we're seeing, like, you know, teams just taking points where they can. And with 2 dead now, wisely played the ball out, did Status Who. And unfortunately for them, yesterday was just waiting in the wings to pick that ball up.
Yeah, waiting in the wings, and their throw a little, something to be desired. It got caught on that trippy box there. So Way Station gonna play up in red pipes yet again. John looking to make a mess of this setup. Have already forced Way Station to drop this ball. Gonna get it immediately into playing. He knows his team is down numbers as he's facing a whole lot of damage. Ends up getting taken down as well. And now we're back in that sleigh. We're back in the blender, the butter churn, so to speak. Both teams need to get a lot of damage out on the map again. It's getting a consistent hold is so tough on this map, although it seems Way Station gonna be moving. Way Station gonna be moving this time towards back Hydro. Just gonna be barely falling here. A scrap onto the ball. This time are they gonna be able to get out of this? Just enough. The lead continuing to extend in Way Station's favor here, Delta.
Absolutely, and my apologies for that. It's that time of night where the internet resets, you know. So, yeah, Way Station here now, finding themselves with a healthy lead. Now, at this level, we often see that these go to time, but it all depends now on who is willing to take that kind of risk, and it looks like Epiphany is not. He is holding that ball in trippy corner, and like, it's a wise move because it doesn't look like there's anyone from Status Who able to capitalize on his position and able eventually to get himself up those stairs. And that's going to be round 1 of Oddball here on Recharge.
Yeah, off the back of that really strong first initial hold into pipes, only a couple scrappier, more second and third holds were all Way Station need to take that first round. And as we look at the scoreboard, the slaying edge They had it right at the start. We mentioned it. And as we enter round 2, they were able to sustain it throughout round 1. Anthony with 16. Chocolate with 12. A whole lot of slaying power. Easy mini. 7th kill right there with that shock rifle. Looking to get the ball in the red pipes. Just gets shut down. Status who feeling the hurt as Syzygy eyeing this active camouflage. He's going to be able to get it for their squad.
Absolutely. And, it is often extremely difficult to come up against a team with the slaying power that we're seeing on display here from Infamy and Chocolate. But it is a testament to them, though, that they did score quite a few points. It wasn't quite the blowout that the scoreline kind of showed there. When we're looking at the slays, they weren't completely out of that game for a large portion. So, teamwork can offset a slaying differential, but there's a limit to that.
Yeah, completely agree, Delta. You can, if you don't have the slaying edge, you can have a perfect minute, a perfect 5 minutes, and tip the scales in your favor. And I think on a map like Streets, or on a map like Recharge, excuse me, where you need that perfect 3-4 slay advantage to even have a chance at a setup, those perfect minutes could be all you need. Although right now, Waystation's just getting any scrappy ball time they can. Chocolate getting into a fist fight. Syzygy gonna come out on top, but he gets traded. Again, we're back in the blender, ladies and gentlemen. Just about 2 minutes down on this 5-minute oddball clock here in round 2. And Status who looking to bring it into red pipes. Anthony still looking to be dangerous up in the attic. Finally gets taken down, and Status who perhaps eyeing their first solid setup. But you see Chocolate on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, already looking to make a pain of the Status who scoring run. Oh, and he catches the stick. Status who going to be able to keep him at bay for just a little bit here.
That's a big stick. With Dre here having the camo, being able to support on long haul, I mean, that's huge. That's given them that extra couple of seconds and a play ball as well, because things were looking very dicey for them there up on gold pipes.
Yeah, stabilizing force as the ball has hit blue pipes. This might be an impossible grab for either team, certainly for Status who, with yesterday up there with that shock rifle being dangerous. You see Anthony down in blue pipes. We're on board with Chocolate here, trying to find these Status who players, not trying to take control. Oh, there's John. He spotted one of them, able to keep his teammate Anthony alive. And now Waystation in the perfect spot to play ball if needed. Chocolate moving up. He doesn't have to worry about Anthony with the alt ball there. Anthony able to call his own shot, find the perfect time to play the ball if needed, and it may be soon. Status who moving with the quickness. Anthony dealing with one. Gonna play the ball. I don't believe he was able to get a kill, but he's able to play the ball. The perfect time here. They're not able to take the lead, Delta, but they're right there.
Oh man, that was a tricky throw there. Play ball. I mean, you saw him. He just tossed it to the side, and I was like, that's gonna land on the stairs. There's no way it's going over. But still, gets rid of it and is able to put quite a bit of damage down, which kind of helps his team stabilize for this next pull.
Yeah, and even though he doesn't tie the game, I mean, he basically puts his team right back in the driver's seat. Anyone's game here, as I believe that's Syzygy gonna make a dive onto the ball. Mini gonna try to shut it down. Yeah, Syzygy back in this corner. Gotta face Chocolate, able to win the 1v1.
Syzygy. I mean, the man was on fire and he got it perfect. He needed one and he got it. That's some great work there from Syzygy.
Yeah, big play to keep the Waystation wave from crashing onto the ball. Both teams missing a couple players. Notorious Dre just gonna make it out with that active camouflage. Chocolate catching that sticky. I don't know if he got a call out or what. That was an amazing throw out of the man himself. Psychosis gonna get taken down. And yeah, a minute 30, Delta. We're reaching that time where, if you're Waystation, maybe you desperate, scrappy seconds could be what gets you the win here. Though they tap the ball for just a second, but it's not enough to get any time. It ends up in Waystation's hands all the same.
Yeah, and that's an efficiency problem there that we just saw. A bit of miscommunication, because 3 were dead there for Waystation, but there was no one there to capitalize on the situation. Now John here is able to get the ball down long, but he's not going to be long for this world. Although the tricky boy up on goal does eventually go down, but that life could have just bought his team enough time. But unfortunately, down goes Psychosis in the 1v1, and time here on Sneaky is going to be at a premium now with only 1 minute remaining on the clock.
And Waystation bringing the ball to Hydro. I mean, even if Status Who forced them to play the ball, you see them being very liberal with dropping the ball. The ball handler content to take fights because the clock is on his side, but he got a little too greedy. He left the ball and a slight opening for Status Who to get back in this game, Delta.
Absolutely. If you're a Psychosis, you need to live. That's all. That your entire job is to just live and dissuade them from coming in. Put down chip damage here and there and just slow that push down so that they're able to get a couple more seconds in. And players are getting caught out now. The life that he played there allowed his team and took so much attention, allowed his team to push down long, and now they're able to take a lead, drop that ball in, 54 seconds on the clock, and though they are 2 down, by the time that ball comes back up, they're going to be in a position to defend it.
Yeah, buy time for your respawning teammates, and 40 seconds remaining. The next grab could be the last one for whichever team ends up coming out on top. Yesterday, able to reclaim that shock rifle. The shot goes awry. He's got one more shot in the tank. The second one not going to go either. 3 down for Waystation, but Status Who not in position to pounce on this oddball. They have the lead. They are in no rush to do anything. And Chocolate here, the active camo, we're going to need a hero play. He's able to pick up one, gets traded with 15 seconds remaining. This is a great position for Notorious Dre. He gets taken out of the game. Waystation, Easy Mini hopping out of spawn right into control. They've got to get into the action.
Could be a snake in the grass. Oh no, but he's too far away. He half cleared it. You know, we've all done it. But down that trade could very well be, yeah, it. 1-1 now the score. And we're seeing a lot of players heat up on Status Who now. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say it was dire in game 1, but it wasn't their best showing. But now they're all coming up, approaching some neutral kind of, some neutral stat lines. And, you know, sometimes, you know, this is an amateur league. You know, people don't always have the opportunity to warm up before they play. They won't just be coming back in from work. And we're seeing that come to fruition here with a great second round there from Status Who.
Yeah, and this is I mean, we mentioned this round, this map potentially going to time. It actually happens in the second round. Speaking of those half-committed checks we talked about earlier, Delta, Easy Mini gets caught on the poor end of one of those, and it's 3 down for Waystation early on in round 3.
Absolutely, and I'm surprised he got like a trade there. I mean, that was definitely a Lethal Company level moment there. You know, just coming around the corner, and there's a thumper. Goodbye, friendo.
Yeah, did not check the corner, was not ready for prime time. Chocolate looking to get Waystation back after the unfortunate misplay. We have the ball in A. It hasn't been played in A too often for either of these teams. So Notorious Dre, he's in a world of hurt. He's got the high ground position, gonna take advantage of it. Mini's gonna be able to shut it down, get some A positioning for his Waystation squad, and a lot of space. Is 3 down for Status Who.
Yeah, no, it's all about getting your players in position here. You know, A can be a very strong position to hold, but they're falling now. And yesterday, in a lot of trouble, gets caught out, and Notorious Dre able to clear him out, and that A hold is over already. After such a promising position, the coordination just wasn't there, and players found themselves in pivs in 1v2s, and were taken out by Status Who pretty handily.
And yet again, we're in another scenario. Both teams basically neck and neck. This time it's Waystation with that 1-point edge, and this ball basically in no man's land here in the pit. Waystation not quite sure. Do they want to go Hydro? Do they want to go A side? They're not too sure where these Status Who players are spawning. They're sending the active camo, clear out the A side, and Easy Mini's found one. He had the edge with the active camo. Syzygy still able to come out on top, but it's his Waystation teammates, or it's Waystation opponents rather, racking up that ball time.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh my god, another perfect on our screen. You know, I've got to say, that's one problem I've had ever since the Bandit come out. You know, the skill gap, which I very much relied on not being there, has now entered and ruined my KD forever.
Notorious, oh no. Perfect time to play the ball. He catches a grenade immediately after. Chocolate.
Oh, it's Chocolate.
Picking up the
Sweet
two-piece.
like chocolate, boy. Oh my god, just flying around the map. Just like putting play after play off that grapple hook. Great to watch.
Yeah, mobile terror for this Waystation squad, leading the lobby. 31 kills to his name, but it's Notorious Dre and the rest of Status 2 who have once again got to figure out how we're going to break this Waystation Hydro side setup. Easy Mini on Attic. Such a tough cover, able to make it into long haul with his life, but Status 2, they haven't lost anyone. They're continuing to bear down the hatches. They're up here in Hydro. Waystation already down 2. Easy Mini making his presence felt.
Oh, Syzygy being wise there, clearing out long as well, and getting himself in a position to get to that ball now. As both players spawning A should be known, but they have elected to go Whirlpool here, and Status Who are going to have to be wary of that.
Although it doesn't seem like they are. Notorious Dre perhaps checking out A to see if these spawners are playing slow or what have you, but it's a flank out of Waystation, and they force Status Who to play the ball early.
Absolutely, that timing was quite late here on the side of Dre to cover or to clear A. The damage had kind of already been done there, and great work from Waystation to pressure that play ball out of Statsu.
Yeah, that was amazing. The call, you know, they still spawn A, but they're like, forget that. We take the long way. It ends up working out in their favor. They're able to maintain the lead here yesterday. Lying in the water, takes down John, sends the ball into no man's land. It looks like he's going to get traded, although we don't see him in the feed. So he makes it out with that active camo, presumably. Waystation, the ball in no man's land. We're going to need that 3-4 slays in either direction for a chance here, but they've got the lead, so they're content to play keep away at this very moment.
Absolutely, and you know, it's always important to make sure that even though, you know, a lot of these teams play for the clock, you want at least a decent lead, so that one hole doesn't kill you, you know? So 30-40 points and then play is always kind of what they would want, but you don't get in a melee fight with a ball carrier, I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah, unfortunately, Psychosis went all in, maybe to pressure Anthony to play the ball early, but he's left his Status 2 respawners in a 3-on-4. Status 2 gonna have one more solid chance to break this Waystation setup, or else it's gonna be a Waystation map 1 victory here. They're gonna have to be perfect, although Waystation dropping the ball, leaving the window open for just a little bit longer. Who is it? Yet again, Psychosis on that flank, gonna pressure Mini, but the ball not dropping just yet. They drop it with 6 seconds remaining. And they do it to pick up nearly all the slays. Syzygy, the last man. The heroic play ball doesn't come through. There. And Waystation able to take map 1 as a result.
The other team might be warming themselves into this match.
Speaking of getting into this match, on board with Psychosis, picking up a pair of assists. Gets Status Who an early lead, but they've got to take down Anthony up at the top with that red gun, John. Oh, Anthony coming down from the top rope, gonna do it himself, gonna pick up a pair of punches to take down John.
Right there, man.
Yeah, Anthony not gonna need that red gun, gets it done with some physicality.
Or is it the pinpoint elbow because it's from the top ropes? You know?
Not quite sure.
Oh yeah, you know, pro wrestling. Let's go. Yeah, but we have Psychosis here with the rockets. One in the chamber could make quite the impact there. Chose not to pull the trigger and may rue that decision. Does not. Manages to get the kill out of it, and now has his shotgun in the back pocket as a reward.
Yeah, was looking for the perfect shot. They were able to find it. Waystation looking to come back yesterday on that shotgun cross. Not able to get any kills out of it, but Waystation got the information. They know Status Who on this side of the map. They're back 4 strong, so they've got to figure out how to break it. You see Easy Mini perhaps going to pressure Syzygy out here. Syzygy and Status Who content to just play really patient on this B side of the map. Although John, just to say that, John diving in, going to pick up one with the punch to boot
being
as well.
Very aggressive, but did a great job there to pick up those kills, and maybe that's kind of what Status Who need, like a bit of tempo here on Streets. I've given up how Streets are going to go at this level. Like, you could have just an all-out brawl, or you could have a very slow, grindy game. And it looks like we're getting the former here in this game too.
Yeah, both teams content to play right into each other. You see Easy Mini perhaps a little overzealous on the rocket grab, but Status Who also going to lose one. Waystation trades coming in. The rocket's still standing. Going to be Chocolate and Waystation, the victor, the very
Oh.
first shot, gonna get one, but gonna get traded out. So
Oh
John's
no,
gotta be careful.
John is,
Waystation,
has a big job to bait this one out.
yeah, does he know
Looks like
that Waystation have corralled this rocket here, Delta? Although it seems Anthony's already fired it out down there in the kill feed.
absolutely. So, you know, things starting to even up now, 18-15, and, you know, we are going to see swings like this in the early game of a Slayer, you know what I mean? We're not quite yet at the mid-game, but things are settling down quite a bit now, and it looks like there's a bit of a setup here, and who's going to make the first move.
Yeah, and a static setup, setup. I like the seaside just because you get that red gun advantage, but Waystation looking to make me eat my words, putting on some pressure on this status who seaside. Anthony getting a stick, perhaps the numbers advantage Waystation needs to begin to crash onto C, but Notorious Dre putting up so much damage with that commando, able to keep Waystation at bay, able to pick up a kill as well. So dangerous on this commando side. Waystation still haven't approached, although elsewhere his teammates going down.
Right.
Another kill on that commando. Oh, and finally gonna get taken down there.
Yeah, and you know, Waystation have worked their way back into this game quite convincingly now, and I've got to say, you know, Commando as well. It's not just, and I mean, maybe not at this level, but it's not just that. You know, it's great firepower, great damage output, but it's also a lot of hits. You know, you feel when you're getting shot by a Commando, and you know, if you've got your audio settings like I do, boy, you hear it.
Enemy halfway to victory.
No, yeah, the mental feeling as you see the red all over your screen as the 7+ shots you need to kill, perhaps maybe force an opponent to miss, maybe feel that pressure. Both
Yeah,
teams
and
perhaps
you are
feeling-
reliably getting them out of scope as well in every possible time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
every single hit, it just adds on to that pressure because you're de-scoping.
yeah.
The Notorious Dre gonna come out, doesn't need that commando, although ends up getting taken down this time by Chocolate. Chocolate facing the rest of his Status Who teammates, or Status Who opponents, gets taken down. And yeah, early,
Oh,
or as
ATM
we
fight
approach.
problem. How did he get out of that alive? I have no idea, but Infamy now popping around A will be able to finish that fight off, but does get traded out for his troubles. Down here now goes another a Cafe. 5 now the lead in the favor of Waystation, and things are looking to start to roll here for Waystation.
Yeah, Waystation extending that lead ever so slightly. Chocolate looking to keep the pressure going for his squad. First kill certainly gonna do just that. Gotta get past Notorious Dre. They're not quite able to do so, and Waystation getting ever closer to that 40 kill mark where teams kind of start to flip a switch, maybe start playing really slow.
He knows he has low ammo and he just has to get the one shot, but unfortunately is able to get duped there by the shotgun going down, and that could have been a big moment for his team, but unfortunately now it looks like it's kind of swayed things quite heavily in Waystation's favor. 8 kills now the difference, and that kill just was not possible to trade out.
Zoom in here. A big flank on Status Who C players. A perfect time for a flank as Rockets coming online, and Status Who gonna be down a couple players. John looking to put out some damage, but a whole lot of Waystation players staring right at him. Gets taken down, caught looking at C while the flank comes rolling in. Waystation peeking at the right time, perhaps Delta with the shotgun and the rockets in hand.
Absolutely, and you know, it's going to take a Christmas miracle here for Status Who to pick this one up, as like Waystation kind of now have the foot on the neck and are not letting up. This is now just the coup de grace as they come flying into C to disrupt any kind of rhythm that Status Who would like to build.
Yeah, they're looking to keep the pressure up, looking to keep Status Who in that respawner blender. Grenade from way downtown from yesterday gonna net them another kill. As Waystation 1 kill away now from taking map 2. Status Who gonna have to play some perfect Halo here. The Waystation primes to shut that down. A 1v2 here for yesterday. Gonna buy time for a teammate. It's Anthony, who's gonna, if it does come off the back of some hot, sharp shooting. And early on, Status Who taking advantage of that mid-bridge. Going to pick up the first blood. Not quite going to get the second. Onto Chocolate there as Psychic going to get taken down. Easy Mini going to pick up one as well. Looking to secure B for
Fly
their
on the
team.
wall, got
Notorious
stuck.
Dre. Take
Oh,
them
those
down with,
grenades.
the active
Manages to
camo.
dodge them very well, actually. I mean, that could have opened him up like a Christmas present there, if he wasn't careful. Any kind of vision you get onto that camo player is going to be seized on by everyone.
Yeah, and you see it right there. Easy Mini locked on to that last call out here. That's to where this active camo player is. But Psychosis looking to flip C, able to do so. All of Waystation staring at him. Status Who teammates has Mr. Psychosis is back. They're dominating for just a brief moment here. Infinity looking to put a stop to it as they try to flip C. It seems this time it's Waystation in that respawning blender, and Status Who looking to take power positions.
Absolutely, and this is big for Status Who. You know, this early triple cap, this early lead could settle a couple of nerves they were feeling earlier on, coming up against a team that's been routinely just heavily slaying very well. So, you know, I like, you know, this could bode well for the future of this series.
Yeah, the BC holds such a stronghold, the optimal hold on this map, because as you mentioned, Delta, it's so tough to get out of A, although Waystation looking to do it in stride. It's 2-on-2. Yesterday looking to clear out more space for this Waystation squad. It's a ring around the Rosie. Easy Mini able to put a stop to that. The trade still coming in. Yesterday picking up one.
Full of posies. Absolutely taking people out there on B. Fantastic work.
Yeah, amazing team play. I don't think they were able to trade the active camo. Chocolate gonna head to that mid-bridge to check, able to confirm the suspicions as he punches it into his chest. And Waystation not gonna go quietly after giving up that first 95. They take AB for themselves here. Still leave Status Who with C. They don't look to flip them out.
Oh, Infamy is going to be angry. Like, I mean, he's going to be mad. He thought he had that back smack and unfortunately does go down. But this A play, I like it because they didn't really have many options. They were very well covered in on blue. So getting that A flip just to kind of draw attention away almost kind of allowed them to get into B. But I think maybe the split was a bit too heavy in favor of A.
And now it's a Waystation with that BC hold, and a perfect timing for this is the sniper coming back online for Waystation and content to just lie in wait. Although yesterday perhaps looking to eye up a flank onto A, has to deal with Syzygy diving onto B first, but he's running out of teammates. The last man standing for Status Who. Waystation going to be able to take them down with ease, and it seems they're eyeing this A flip. They're eyeing that triple cap.
Yeah, no, it's a is a very nice spot to kind of hold here, especially when you have spawners in blue, because you can just rain damage down. You might not get the kills, but boy, are you laying them up for your teammates.
Oh, nice moves there. Chocolate with the thruster able to go to work, and Waystation, the triple cap in their favor, but just for a moment. Psychosis looking to shut it down. Got to take the player out on the top ledge. It's Chocolate yet again, just making his presence felt here on this A side. Status Who continue to throw bodies at him. Finally gets taken down. He's bought in time for the Waystation help to come through, but it seems Status Who going to be able to hold the line and put an end to this trip cap.
Absolutely, and taking the lead now have Waystation. Very opposite fortunes here now. It looks like they just settled into the match just a bit, and they're kind of feeling a bit cozy. These shots here onto Alora might be useful, but with that camo being popped, is going to be collapsed on immediately, and any semblance of an advantage they had for a moment there goes with the win as 2 up, 2v3 on the map. John pulls out a good win there, but it's going to take a lot more than that to break this PC setup.
Yeah, needs to pick up a couple more kills to clear out this C side. Dawn
win.
able to pick up one with the punch. Chocolate off the respawn, not quite able to line up John on the C side. They're gonna instead move his attention to the B side of things. He sees players all over his screen. He's certainly not quite sure where to look. Ends up running into Syzygy, gonna send him right into the wall for his troubles. And Status Who paying back Waystation. It's their turn for the trip cap.
Yeah, now this is very scrambly. You have to, as Status Who now, kind of regain your composure, and put yourself on good positions in the map. Because if you're fighting over all 3 of these spaces, they are going to fall very quickly.
Status Who recognizing just that delta. Syzygy sees 2 way station players on A. He's going to cut his losses. Buy time for the B defense, and it seems to be working out. Chocolate gonna fall. Easy Mini and Infinity forced to camp in Flowers here. They do pick up a trade. It's gonna allow them to get into A. Although they already own A, so no love lost for Status Who here as they continue this BC setup. Although John perhaps not content. They want to run that triple cap
Oh,
back.
John, he doesn't know about driveway, but maybe, yeah, down he goes. But, I mean, he's slowing things down there. I mean, would have been preferable to not kind of hop into A, you know, just let yourself be unknown, be a little nuisance in and around the area. But, you know, all the same, great win and kind of 20 points now, the difference. You know, it's basically a tie here on Strongholds.
Yeah, although 4 down for Status Who. Waystation have their pick of the litter. They've got the sniper. I believe they've got the active camo as well. And yet again, both teams trading
that's an
trip caps.
awful spawn.
PlayStation know right where they at. Yeah, they're putting the pressure on literally immediately off of this respawn yesterday. Able to pick up 1, getting an assist on another. 2 down for Status Who. Syzygy looking to flip B, but gonna get the attention of all this entire Waystation squad. 1 bandit, 2 bandits.
Oh, great play there to stay alive, Syzygy. And I mean, unlucky to go down there in the end, but I mean, his life was extended by quite a bit there.
Yeah, I thought for sure Waystation were just gonna beam him down, but he bought enough time for the help from Status Who to come in. So Status Who still looking to stop this bleeding here. They're en route to picking up C, but they've lost A. Scoring still continuing in Waystation's favor as they're 3 down.
Absolutely. And here now, Easy Mini gets that win, is pretty good for them at the moment, but it looks like now it's going to take at least 5-10 seconds here to mount this kind of comeback onto B. And I mean, I know in my experience, when you've got a setup on B, you always want to have just one person ratting there. It's worth, like, it can be worth the risk. Then again, you could also just be giving up a kill for free.
Yeah, high risk, high reward as Notorious Dre looking to keep the C spawn in Status Who's hands by any means necessary. Not quite able to do so as Anthony's there on the flip. John looking to flip B for his team's favors. Gotta find 2, able to do so. 2 down for Waystation now as the Status Who help is coming in. But the still contested. Oh my goodness, Easy Mini there facing down everyone on Status Who. The Status Who linking up and they're able to get scoring back, going their direction.
They've got blue spawns, I think. They've got the blue spawns that they wanted. They now just have to make sure that they don't soak up too much damage from Hotel, get that flip, and hopefully, if they're quick enough, able to get spawns over on the seaside.
Gotta be careful. Yesterday, I believe he spawned out in Hotel, or it might have been Cafe, but he's a thorn in Status Who's side. Nonetheless, they forced him to dive onto the hill. He saw that player. He reacted. Maybe he punched after he turned. Chaos here on the B hill.
Oh, this piv. Oh, but Easy comes in with the save there.
Chaos unleashed on the B hill, and Waystation keep it, but it's the only hill they've got. AC for Status Who. Just 10 points separating these 2 teams. A huge win by Syzygy, the perfect to keep the C spawn in their team's favor. A double kill. It's 3 down for Waystation. The Status Who take the lead.
Absolutely. Fantastic work here from Status Who. Backs against the wall, facing elimination. Now have a triple cap in their favor. And yesterday, already getting a bonk. And with C flipping, I believe B will be stepped on by a member of Status Who, although I'm not completely certain it is. And all they need to do now is just point every gun they have at B and send someone down every now and then to make sure it doesn't flip. Unfortunately, it does. And things are... We're now entering squeaky bum time, Sandwich.
Yeah, both teams entering desperation mode. Waystation desperately trying to crawl back into this game. Kill onto Dre, certainly going to be part of that. Gonna need a couple more. Easy Mini's going to find him. 3 down for Status Who for just a moment. The last player, Mr. Psychosis.
Cheeky C.
Does Waystation know Psychosis in this cheeky spot here? Chocolate not going to bother with that. Going to flip A to get scoring back.
Where can you get gapped here?
Yeah, an interesting setup. Although Waste Station
Was it a
still
pancake?
scoring. Not too sure, Delta. Chaos unleashed in this final 20 points and change for both teams. Easy Mini just scrambling onto C because they
Anything
know
to
Mr.
stop the clock
Psychosis is
here
on
for
A.
both
Yeah.
teams.
Called out the spawners. Chocolate lying in wait.
Oh, Chocolate. That win is big. That win is big. Now they're all three are on B. If you
Oh, they've got to come up
you
huge. They
just have-
do. That's
Oh,
4
they
down,
do.
Delta.
and they're just taking the lead now and pushing onto A. This could be just the closest game of strongholds I think I've seen here on HRL. And it doesn't look like anyone can touch that hill. They can't, and that is it. That is a win.